Ahoy there, my baby dolls. I hope you've eaten some bananas this week because we're going to speak about managing risk in crypto. You're going to need it, friends, and you haven't heard this information before. If you've been following me, you have to be sharpening your sword. Please keep your back straight and don't forget to eat your jelly beans. Look at this. Managing risk in crypto. You're going to need this, okay? Now, I'm going to flat out tell you something. It is not good enough to say, don't buy scams. You see that? It's not good enough to say that, friends. Assume everything's a scam. That's the best way to play it. Now, it's crazy because I'm going to pump some nice music for us. What a revelation. Everything's a scam. Yes, everything needs more money coming in. Stocks, houses. They need more people to fornicate and then make more babies. Someone has to come buy the bag. Now, luckily for us, most of society keeps working in cycles and everything's going to be great. But in those moments of despair, if you don't manage your risk, you're going to look back and think, oh my gosh, I could have done things differently. And so what we're going to get through is, I'm going to show you now, basically saying that I'm never going to buy a scam. That's not good enough. I'm now seeing the rate of crypto poop coins appear. It is at lightning fast speed and it keeps getting worse and worse and they're not stopping. The memes, the grifting, all of them are coming. Altcoin pump and dumps everywhere. Insider allocations given and then they dump their ICO on everybody else without letting everybody in first. There's going to be leverage trading links by people who aren't profitable themselves and they just want to get everybody wrecked. So what you're going to do is you're just going to think about your portfolio, friends. And I'm not a financial advisor, go buy bonds, but this is what I do. And what I do is I say, well, I have a portfolio. I'm going to allocate a specific amount for degeneracy. I think it's much better to do that instead of hope that you don't get tempted by degeneracy, which includes yield farms, buying poop coins, bridging over to other chains outside of your core, or just stepping into places that you're not familiar with. Now, if you've been following me, you know I have a very basic portfolio approach, right? 90% core and 10% lottery. And this is really important. So, friends, what I want you to do is, okay, I'm going to show you on a chart here as well. What I want you to do is you split so the first thing you're going to do is split your portfolio into 1,000 bullets. Okay, so 0.1% each. That's what that's how you're going to think about it. Okay, you're going to think about it like that. And now that you have your 1,000 bullets, you're going to think, all right, well, I have a portfolio, whatever it is. Let's say there's some people out there with $10,000. Okay, you got $10,000. That's your total crypto portfolio. Just have a look at the ratios of everything. Some people might have, well, they feel comfortable with 5,000 in Bitcoin, 3,000 in Ethereum, and then 2,000 in everything else. It is what it is. But you're going to have to now punt with this concept in mind. You're not going to bank every winner, and you need to get your hands dirty before you're able to sniff out what a high probability fundamental bet feels like. Because no one really knows what it feels like until they go through it. Now, luckily for me, I'm here 18 hours a day and it worked out, friends. I bought Bitcoin last bear market and everybody is saying, scam, scam. And I said, no, you're all wrong, probably, or it goes to zero. And luckily it worked out for me. Now, when it comes to allocating your portfolio and thinking about it, I noticed a particular pattern, all right? So in the previous bull market, friends, if we go back to the previous bull market, I noticed the people who weren't doing any degeneracy back here, okay, people who weren't doing it, this is Bitcoin in the chart. I noticed that when Bitcoin went up and then it started slowing down, without them even thinking about it slowing down, they started participating in degeneracy with way more risk than they should have. So remember what I said, okay, you have 90% core, Bitcoin, Ethereum. There are people out there love PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex, Richard Hart ecosystem. You might like Big Mac DeFi, which is Chainlink. You might even like Polkadot or Solana or Binance Chain or Matic, whatever it is. Your core, you have to hold until the end or the final 2x. All right, near the end. You have to. Because on average, people screw it up. They don't really calculate how many trades they need to make it when they keep switching and rotating around. So basically what they do is they underestimate the cost of slippage, fees, getting things wrong, and how many trades they need to actually kill it. And all of that feeds into their profit, their expected profit over time. And then they find out that they underperform holding anyway. Okay, so you have your portfolio 90% core, and that 10% lottery, fans. Why I talk about that 10% lottery is it's gonna grow in the next coming year, 2024. There's gonna be poop coins trading around. Some people might do the yield farming, right? You can decide how much you're gonna allocate to that as we go forward, right? Because everyone's gonna come at different parts of the cycle. You know, that's why I'm telling you, the people who win the most, friends, they bought in the depression. They don't care what all these losers are saying in 2022, 2023, all the soy boy, virgin cucks with pencil necks and brown tarnished slippers. Our slippers, friends, are nice and fluffy. As you can see right here, okay? Nice and fluffy. Don't ever forget it, baby dolls. These are the nice Highland bulls. Now, when it comes to the 10% lottery, you got to think about it like this. This is what I noticed. I'm here to just share friendship. I noticed people who were in full-on maxi camp, when they realized that their coin wasn't going as high as they thought, or when they saw other people killing it. For example, DOGE did a 220x after Elon Musk shielded it, friends. I'm going to show it to you right now. Look at this, okay? So Elon Musk shields it. There you go, 263x. Now this 263x, look, on the surface, you're like, wow, good for them. That's on the surface, friends. But we know reality goes deeper than that. Because once people start seeing a poop coin that you don't know its name of and you don't even believe in do a 263x like that and reward people who are non-believers, have no idea what they're doing, and they're just going with the flow, the very, very early ones, what happens is people holding coins, they lose their mind. They really do get FOMO. You know, the first word of FOMO is fear. Fear. Oh, I'm going to miss out. My thing isn't moving. That actually grips everybody. Now, it's funny. The past year of everything dumping in 2022, no one really could think about fear of missing out of anything because you have like forever to buy. But now I'm telling you what's coming ahead. We're thinking 3 to 5 steps ahead of the game. Okay. So what's going to happen is you're going to have to think. You don't want to be that person who ruins themselves. You want to protect yourself from that temptation. The best example I can give, friends, there are people out there, they've never partied in their life. You take him out once, got his pants off, he's saying weird things to girls, he's talking really close to everybody's ear, maybe even licking ears, you know what I mean? Like, bro, it's your first drink? What's wrong with it? You know what I mean? These types of people have been oppressed. Well, it's the same thing in trading and speculating, because when it comes to this game, if you are playing with your first time position, 99% of the time, it's too big. 99%, friends. I'm telling you right now, people will greatly overestimate their luck and their ability at the start. And if you're lucky, you'll lose the first time because then you really learn the hard way fast. Okay, it's a hard way, but you learn it very quick. Other people, they learn it, well, they might fluke the first time, and then they unfortunately get the whole punishment of being given gains and then having it all slowly taken away. But it takes like 1 or 2 years for them to lose it. Now they're back to square one. So you can mitigate your risk by adjusting your size. If you notice, friends, here's the thing. Yeah, you can try to do the obvious things. Avoid rugs. Don't buy honeypots. Do your due diligence. Check who the token holders are. Try to do some basic scans. Are they around the wallets doing it? But here's the thing, man. Everything can rug. Everything can rug. Bitcoin can rug. We don't even know, man. We just don't know. Right? We don't know what's going to come. Black swan, left, right, up, down, people eating jelly beans. Everything can just explode overnight. And yeah, it's a risky life. But if you're paying with an attitude of like, you know, remember your $10,000 portfolio, 0.1% of that is 10 bucks. Now you might say, it's not worth it. Well, now you kind of know, friends, why I'm telling you. Well, if you have 10 grand and you put it in strong core altcoins, not telling you to do that, I'm saying, and if they gave you just a 10x from here, now you're at 100K. Now your lottery bullet is 100 bucks and you might have like 20 to do. You're like 100 bucks. You're spending 2 grand out of that. It's 2% of your whole portfolio, right? But I've got to remind you as well, people will always try to game it. And what I've noticed is throughout the cycle, people, as we traverse the cycle, see, friends, we're lucky, right? Well, lucky, but we also did the hard work. Because we came at the bottom of the bear market, we can live with 90% core, 10% lottery. We can live with that. Everyone else can't. because everybody is now going to enter in the middle zone, right? Now, this is Bitcoin. Everyone's going to enter the middle zone next year. And people in this zone, they can't do 100% core or 90% core. They can't. They're really going to have to do like 60% core, 40% lottery. They're going to have to start playing around with it. They're going to have to like start buying way new cycle stuff, cycle one trash. And that's exactly what's going to happen. A lot of them gonna do well, but most people are going to eventually get wrecked because they're going to buy the cycle one stuff too late. And then at the very, very tops, what happens at the very end? This is exactly what happened in the end. People went straight dog coins, literally straight dog coins. So we're going to see just people coming in 100% portfolio to buy absolute garbage. They'll just literally come in 100% lottery. People say, I've got 10 grand, literally give me 10 shit coins that can go up. That's all they're going to say. They're not going to say, well, you know, maybe I want to buy a chain link, or maybe PulseX is doing well. They don't care. They really don't care because they're going to look at market cap or price, and these things have gone up a lot. You know, we hope they keep contributing and keep looking at it, but realistically, all these people, they come in as a super emotional money at the end, and it's a sign that we've run out of buyers. So with this in mind, remember, if you split your portfolio up, you can at least start think about, okay, how much do you want to allocate to things? Because look, I'll tell you right now, most people, they screw this up. They will use 10 times bigger lottery bullets than they should. So if they have a 100 grand portfolio, unfortunately, I've seen people throw out like 20 grand into stuff because they feel like really convicted about something and ends up being wrong. And the good thing is we are moving into the Bitcoin halvening year. And in 2024, throughout the 2024 year, we're going to see a lot of people get rescued where what happens is scams or things that aren't going to work out eventually, they'll get a boost by demand and they'll make higher lows and they won't go to zero. Not all of them. Some of them will do okay. And I'll be looking at stuff and I guarantee you, because it happened last cycle, I'm like, you know what? I know this thing, it's not going to be around a long time, but man, people want it right now. And you can't fight the crowd. They're like so euphoric. Okay, so a lot of these things are unsustainable long term and, you know, really is musical chairs. But if you try to sit there and say, well, the musical chair game is going to stop any second, I'm telling you right now, the bull market's going to go on longer than you think. I don't know about the distance of the height of how big it goes, but it could just last like for 12 months. And you're just going to see people constantly get rescued until at the very end, when everyone's confident of getting rescued, that's when it's over because there's no more fear. There's no more people left on the sidelines. So that's the psychology you're going to be looking for. But right now, everybody's scared, of course. So you've learned now, right? You always got to keep a lottery stack. And, you know, if you have your little 100 grand portfolio, hopefully you'll be able to disperse stuff later on. Now, obviously, I'm hoping in some of the strong core altcoins, for example, because PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex are so deeply undervalued. Like I'm praying, I know, friends, these numbers, we hope for 100x, but at some point, what if you're up 30 and Bitcoin's 80K? Like, you know, you just got to think to yourself, there's possibilities out there. So you don't want to be trapped by everybody, with everybody else thinking about their long, sweet round number. Remember the examples I give to you, right? You go back to little Timmy in 2021. You say, little Timmy, your portfolio now is $330,000. Why are you not selling Bitcoin at 50K? And little Timmy would say, my gosh, my friend saw me. I can't sell at 330K now because Bitcoin's going to give a 3x. And I go, no, it's not. You want a 3x for your portfolio to hit $1 million. So the only way to beat this game is to go back in time and buy 3x your bag, right? You're front running the crowd like that, you know? Now, obviously, we're just reverse engineering random points in time, but this type of attitude, just want you to put your mindset in that. That's how you're actually going to win. Playing around with these lotteries, it really is a lottery, man. I'm going to be doing Launchpads and IDOs. Here's the thing, man. I did Launchpads, friends, and there were coins in paid, for example, many coins. There's 3 unlocks, 33% each. The first one gets unlocked, you onside 3x. Okay. The second one gets unlocked 6 months later, you're down 80%. And then the third one gets unlocked, you're down 95%. You know what I mean? So there's no free lunch anyway. There's a risk you take. I'm hoping, praying that us being this early, we at least get to participate different IDOs, different projects. Maybe they do some upgrades later on. Maybe. And you can't blame anybody but yourself because you're like, hey, I'm trying to just get in at cheap prices everywhere, okay? But at least with those Launchpads, the good thing is your price is so low, you can control your risk. You know how much you're getting in. When the candles and charts are moving, it's a completely different game. People are going to get so anxious, moving around, etc. So now you've learned something today. You've now learned, if you can look at your portfolio, you go, all right, even if you're not in any poop coins now, right? You might have a portfolio of 10 grand. That's why I'm trying to prepare you. Like, yeah, when hopefully you see a portfolio 10x's from me, you're at 100K now. That doesn't mean let's go start doing $10,000 bullets to try get another 10 to 20x later on. Yeah, one person's going to win, but 99 are going to lose doing that. You always keep that percentage down packed because that's what happens, friends. As people's portfolios get bigger, their portfolio bets get bigger because they get more confident because they're seeing more and more poop go on. Now, hopefully, I'm going to have a voice of reason like me, but look, I can already see right now, friends. Like, for example, showing you ETH BTC go down for the fourth quarter of the year. There are actual losers out there who think Ethereum's going to die and like, oh, Bitcoin's going to take over and all. Like, if that cycle's repeating, then I know the crowd's emotions, no one's learned anything. We're actually going to get a full-on repeated emotional cycle. Just the difference is what price is everything going to be at. So I'm 100% confident we're going to be able to read everything. I've been able to read every step of the way. We had the fear and anxiety last year. We had the depression. We had the disbelief rally. We have now hope and disbelief rinsing. There's going to be a point where we get optimistic, the thrill, and the euphoria comes. And then that complacency part. Because we're going to be there every step of the way. But the only way you can at least increase your probability of making it to the end, exactly as I said, you get strong core coins. You make sure your lottery, yeah, there's going to be some absolute degenerate stuff. And the time to play is in 2024. But you got to remember, that's why I called it lottery. It's a genius name, isn't it? They're literally called lottery tickets because that's all they are. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button and all. Catch you very soon.